Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we've got a reading for you about somebody that was going about their business, didn't feel like they needed to change anything, or didn't expect anything to change on your end. And then all of a sudden, it's like there's this brick wall in front of them or cement wall. They feel like they can't move forward. And it's because you observe something from their behavior, or you realize they've lied about something and you end things. So this feels like maybe a dating situation, but of course, this could also be something that applies to a work place drama, or even a job offer, or a friendship. The roster implication from the thumbnail could also be about somebody who feels like they aren't respected. Like, I feel like you would just replace me in a work situation as well, right? So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Oh, just a little bit more. But I do think that for the majority of you, this would be a romantic situation. Hello, upper echelon. How we doing? If you would like a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. And right below, where you can find that in my description box, you can also find information on the 3 different tiers of membership that I offer if you would like some more content. We're going to start off with the Wild Reflections Tarot and see what else we get. What else? Three of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's an action that somebody took and they knew there were going to be consequences, or there's probably going to be some sort of fallout, an argument, right? They didn't think it would actually end. I didn't think you would fire me. I didn't think you would break up with me. I didn't think you would block me, right? But there's finality here, or there is, not a lot of hope for resolution. With that 10 of Swords and 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, 10s are about completion, right? The end of a cycle. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Queen of Wands in the reverse. 3 of Cups in the reverse. 8 of Swords. So I'm going to say it one more time. This doesn't have to be a romantic connection, but I think it is for the majority of you. So I'm going to read for it as if it is a romantic connection. Just keep in mind, this could be about feeling dispensable from a work situation. But we have somebody that lied because they knew if they were honest about what actually happened, there would be more consequences, or you would be angrier, or you would, ask me questions about it. So we have somebody that's intentionally, it's like maybe breadcrumbing even. No, I didn't do that. Okay, maybe I did a little bit of that. Like as you chip away at the story, you find out this person's clearly lying, or has been lying. Hey, Laura, how's it going? 3 of Cups in the reverse can be about somebody who's stepping out on a relationship, somebody who's being dishonest about who they're spending time with, and they were hoping that you were stuck in the 8 of Swords. We're in a relationship, or things are serious, or you've fallen in love, or you can't imagine yourself with somebody else. So if I do something a little bit not okay, I still feel like you would want to resolve it. So they feel like they have rules or expectations, but that if they don't follow them, that there are accommodations, right? Hello, Ground Zero. How's it going? Hierophant. Knight of Wands in the reverse and the 8 of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, this is somebody who did not want to be honest about their intentions, or did not want to be honest about what happened. But I do feel like this is somebody who's in a relationship, and they found a kind of secretive way to communicate with others, or they found a way to kind of keep it hush-hush that they were looking at other prospects. For some of you, this person has an addiction to naked time. For others of you, this devil clarifying the Queen of Wands in the reverse makes a lot of sense, because it's like, if I don't have the best confidence or self-esteem, then I get those points or that external validation from other people saying that they're attracted to me. So this could be as simple as, I need that feedback, and that's the only way I feel like good, or, like I like myself. But for others of you, this is somebody who might even be a little bit narcissistic or very self-absorbed. They like the idea that there's somebody here who's kind of stuck, or that they can already kind of feel possessive over. And, being secretive is like a fun little game to them. Can I get away with it? Can I convince this person to stay? It's like an experiment that I really don't approve of. They don't seem to be super cautious with regards to other people's feelings. They just kind of want to do whatever they want to do. Very ego based. This is the Love Oracle. I mean, obvious reasons, right, Ground Zero? Hey, Michael. How's it going? We've got Only You, Devoted, Attached, Crave. So once I get somebody who is devoted to me, or once I have somebody that I feel is falling in love with me, then I feel like it's okay for me to go out and hang out with other people or flirt with people on my phone. Whatever this person's actual extent of stepping out was, I do think it was something they knew would be problematic for their partner, but it's like they were kind of testing the limits or seeing what they could get away with, and didn't expect that this partner of theirs would be so quick to say, that's it, I'm done. I want somebody that I can trust. I want there to be a sense of comfort with my partner, and you just broke the trust. So they didn't think it would go to the point of actually the relationship ending. But the person who's leaving feels like they would be better off elsewhere, because even if they love this person or would miss this person, they wouldn't be able to trust them. So what can you really build then? So we have One Day and Thinking. I know that I'm going to miss you, but what you did is not acceptable behavior. So I know someday I can fall in love with somebody else. But the person who made the Queen of Wands in the reverse, who stepped out, this is somebody who's getting karma. They're getting those consequences they didn't expect. They're having something end, or multiple things end in their life because of this decision. And I would say regret is there, but it might be self-serving. This is the Rider-Waite, or the Waite-Smith. Wait, are you addressing that to me, Ground Zero? Like, tell people about the leaderboards? Because I'm trying to figure it out too. I'm pretty sure it's just about who was first to the live chat. But it can be a little bit difficult for me to channel and then also figure that out. Justice and the Four of Cups in the reverse. I really didn't think you would reject me. I really didn't think you would break up with me. I really didn't think that you would go that far. I thought you would just talk to me about it, right? I can't believe that you're okay with just walking away. I thought you loved me. And the other person's like, well, that's weird, because I thought you loved me, and so I thought that meant you would treat me better. Weird, huh? We both got surprises. What world do you live in where you do these things and there are no consequences? I think there's a little bit of petty, I don't care if you don't like it kind of energy, because they feel like that's the energy you gave me. So I'm giving the energy right back to you. Oh, you can't handle it? A little bit of So I expected to be able to break the rules. I expected to step out or, be flirty with other people and not lose you, but now I'm realizing that I have actually lost you. So we've got Page of Wands in the reverse, Page of Pentacles in the reverse, Page of Wands in the reverse, and the World. Like, well, I'm sorry that you didn't think that the actions that you took would have actual consequences, but that's because you've been dealing with people that are not like me, right? Whoever resonates with, I would feel like it's maybe the High Priestess, but that's kind of, I don't know. That, to me, that High Priestess is more secretive energy. I think this person really just felt like they would be able to avoid serious consequences through their ability to talk to you or like charm you. And you're like, I don't care what you have to say right now. Did you miss the part where I found out you lied to me? Now nothing that you say to me really matters. Somebody who's just kind of like on it. Like, no, we're not doing that. I love it. Hey, Key Controller. Hey, Darnell. How we doing? Temperance and the Six of Wands in the reverse. I mean, to be honest, it's kind of feeling to me like this is your energy. The Justice, Temperance energy. You find out what happened. You were in a relationship. You have morals. You have principles. You have standards. And this person didn't think you had standards. And you're like, no. See, you must be this tall to ride this ride. And you broke this rule, or you're like actually not that tall, right? You are using facts, or you have like, what is that called? Hold on, it's right there. Ooh, what is it called? A rubric? I think that's what it is. Which just makes me think of Rupert. Dirty Rotten Scoundrels? I think that's what it is. Look, you have rules, and maybe Dirty Rotten Scoundrels applies, because if you haven't seen that movie, please treat yourself. The ending, chef's kiss. Sometimes people, and that's super appropriate because in that movie you have Michael Caine and Steve Martin feeling like they are just like the smartest people in the room, no matter what room they're in, and they get shown their ass, basically. And I kind of feel like this is the same thing. Somebody felt like they could take advantage of you. Someone felt you were really nice. Someone felt like you would just put up with things. And you're like, no. I actually have like rules of engagement. If you break them, then that means you don't get to like actually hang out with me. They didn't think you would have these boundaries. They didn't think you would break up with them. Death in the reverse. If you don't want to do right by me, then this is not worth my investing in. So you pull back because this person is not who they said they were. Death in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Well, sure. Maybe I would have an interest in making this better or repairing what has been broken if it looked like you actually felt bad about it, or if it looked like this was an accident of something. No, instead you're like indignant. I think this is just somebody saying, I looked at the facts, I looked at your actions, I looked at what you said, and it was pretty clear to me that you are someone I cannot trust. You are a Queen of Wands in the reverse. So what can I possibly build with you that would not at some point get destroyed? Seems like a waste of an investment to me, right? Seems like folly. I don't want to lose that. I don't want to feel like I'm left out in the cold. I'm going to walk away because this isn't the right situation for me. This isn't just an obstacle. This is a, now I know that you're not in it for the long term, right? They underestimated your intelligence. They underestimated your intuition, but for sure they underestimated your intelligence, because this is like deductive reasoning, right? If you did this, then you would probably do that. A little bit of symbolic logic even. This is the Pulp Tarot. That's so funny, Michael, because I totally did that last night. I got a phone call after I had spent, no joke, like probably 30 minutes chopping up potatoes, because I wanted them to be like, have you ever had those picnics? They're really, really skinny strips of potato. So I cut them real fine, okay? Like almost like hash brown. And I got on the phone and I like forgot that I was cooking, and then sat down and started finding like a YouTube video to watch or a movie or something. And I was like, oh my God, my potatoes. So I ate dinner at like 10 o'clock. It was great. We've got Temperance in the reverse. That's literally underneath Temperance in the upright. Somebody convincing you that you are worth their time is only going to last for as long as they actually are that person. This person feels like they already had you. They don't realize that they have to continue to earn you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they felt like they'd already gotten across the finish line, that they had, enough of, I don't want to say it that way. They felt like they had their claws in you. I mean, that's the image that's coming through my mind, but I feel like this is somebody who was looking at things like, do we live together? Do you need me financially? Maybe there's a planned wedding or even a child between the two of you. But this person was like, no, but like, it'll be too difficult for you to leave. It'll be too difficult for you to break up with me. And whoever you are, you were like, hell no. I find out that it's not worth it, then I'm leaving. I will pack up my bags and I will leave. They did not expect that energy from you. Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Ace of Pentacles. Well, I like that because we just had the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and now it's in the upright. You're looking at this situation as, if I cannot trust you, then you are basically like a dead branch on a shrub. That's maybe like a little bit of a weird way to look at it, but if you've got a vibrant plant of some sort and one part of it for whatever reason got damaged or is not growing right, and you remove that, you are 9 times out of 10 going to see that plant do better because it's not sending nutrients or trying to keep that alive, right? This is like, look, I'm not going to sit here and try to convince you why you should treat me with respect. You've already demonstrated that you don't think you need to. So I'm going to see myself out. I'm going to excuse myself from the table. You ended this connection because this person doesn't respect you, and because you know that there are other people out there that would respect you. So like, I guess they didn't expect that you had self-respect. Oh, but you do. You ended things because you know there's something better out there for you. Hey, Voyager, how are you doing? You said voyeur. That's a little different, you know. I've got the World again. Gotten that in the previous deck. So you're willing to take a chance on something new. You're willing to end things with somebody that doesn't meet your requirements, as you should be. And they're like, shocked Pikachu face. Like, what? I thought you loved me. Well, I thought I loved you. And? Eight of Swords in the reverse and the Five of Wands. They wanted you to fight for this. They felt like you would be emotionally invested enough where you would want to, like, basically yell at them. But I can win the fight. I can convince you, right? They really felt like they would have an opportunity. Why are you talking about Maui Wowie? It's not spelled that way, is it? We've got Queen of Cups and the Page of Swords in the reverse. I think at a certain point you stop talking to this person because they're not really listening. And that's obviously another red flag. I think there's a couple of things happening here. This person expects for you to be more forgiving. They expect that you'll get over it. They expect they can talk their way out of it. They expect that there's too much established between the two of you for you to actually just pick up and leave. Again, they've underestimated you. So when they realize that you're actually willing to walk away, they freak out and they get a little bit desperate or anxious. Now they're getting a little bit more maybe motivated by passion or maybe even combative, but then they'll pull back and try to do like some love bombing. So there's a lot of conflict within them. This Five of Wands could also indicate that within this person, there's an argument because part of them wants to just like make you feel silly and insult you or put you down. And the other part of them wants to make sure that you don't walk out that door. So they don't really know how to handle this because you didn't handle it the way they expected you to. History, past happened. Gossip. Whatever people said happened, did happen. I don't think they want to admit it, or they breadcrumb. They don't want to admit it right away. This person may have an issue with self-control. They may not be able to turn somebody down from their past, for example, or turn down the opportunity for a new person. Well, if that's the case, then you probably need to be in an open relationship or not in a relationship at all. But they're trying to justify in their mind, you know, whatever their actions were. Karmic, third party, and soulmate. So they didn't expect you to let go of this soulmate connection if they got caught up with a karmic. But I think your understanding of it is, if this doesn't work out, then there's something else out there that I could build with somebody who respects me. Yeah, so you're okay with just letting it be memories. Because you don't want to be constantly wondering if this person's doing something that you can't trust. So you're ready to walk away. They're confused because they really thought you were going to find a way to compromise or work it out with them. And you're like, what? No, I don't negotiate on that. I told you what the rules were up front. You knew that and you still did what you did. So really, why are you surprised? Like, I told you. They knew that this would be not okay with you. They just were wrong about what your reaction would be because they didn't believe you that you were serious about the expectations or the standards that you have, or even the self-respect you have for yourself. This is the Jack-o'-lantern tarot. Hey, Pharaoh, how are you doing? Poor things indeed. Plant medicine sounds pretty awesome, though. Page of Wands. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, I think they try multiple times to get back into your good graces, or to even, like, if you block them, to try to get around your block. You are not interested. Seven of Wands. Star in the reverse, because there's no way you're going to communicate with somebody about fixing things when it's quite clear to you that they're not admitting, first of all, that there's something they need to fix. So they're coming through with a lot of ego, and for you, it just seems like the right move is to move along and be on your own. Hermit, High Priestess, you are too smart for this. You're not interested in what they have to offer because you know it's not real. Knight of Wands, Five of Wands in the reverse, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah. They're really conflicted, confused. They don't know how to handle this because normally people follow their little life script, right? Their little plan. You're not about it. And so they've got this anger, but they also feel like they have to watch what they say. They don't want to lose you. I do think that they have feelings for you, but they don't really know how to back those up, right? They don't know how to respect or honor those feelings. So You're going to see, it's almost like the fembots in Austin Powers. It's like, psh, I don't know what to do because I thought you would be so focused on what I was trying to paint as reality that you wouldn't get mad at me or walk away. It's like this is on repeat. And I'm not going to lie, I'm getting a little irritated with this person. Like, do you have nothing else to say? They just cannot believe that you would be willing to throw this away. And it's like, no, no, no. You threw this away. Your actions got us where we got, right? So they don't seem to be grasping the accountability element here. Lovers is in the reverse. The moon and the 9 of swords in the reverse. They're trying to like make you feel like they're your soulmate. But I think in your mind, you're looking at it as, well, I could have like 17 soulmates. What's your point? You just messed it up, so you lost me. Now I'm hearing Lauryn Hill. You just lost one. And I think she says, what a dum-dum. They're not going to be able to convince you to change your mind. They are very concerned right now. It could be there are other elements of their life that get impacted by this ending. They might not want to deal with finding a new place to live. They might not want to deal with the family fallout or friends that might judge them. They're concerned about money, for sure. But your money's looking better. Was this person a drain on your finances, or did they just like block you from being able to be as productive as you could have been? Because I feel like your money gets better the second you leave this person, or like, you know, the week you leave them. Sometimes people's energy, it's a block. Okay, so I think it's from South Beach. There's a woman singing, I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair. We're not going to be too focused on gender here because people can be Queen of Wands in the reverse no matter what their gender is, right? But we have somebody who's able to benefit from this ending because the energy wasn't right to begin with. Ooh, and then we got, this is the divine counterpart because that was the woman holding a heart. Now we have the man holding a heart. Letting go of this connection enables you to find somebody who does have the same approach to a relationship or who would want to treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. So, like, what are you really losing here? I don't know what show it was from, but there was one of those, like, reality shows, kind of like Love Island. It might have been Love Island. But the like hostess of the show is like, so how do you feel about so-and-so taking your man? And the chick's response is, oh, she didn't take my man. She took my problem. And everybody's like, ooh. Someone here is like, no, I'm glad I found out. I found out who you are so I could like move along and not waste my time. Hi, Glenda. How are you doing today? Because you were wearing a mask and you thought that once that mask came off, I would be too invested to walk away. But au contraire. Not me packing my bags, right? Like whoever you are, you're just like, all right, time to change, time to set up a different situation because you're not going to deal with the instability or the drama that this person brings. Where do I need to go to be happy or peaceful or not have to deal with this craziness? That's where I'm going. So I do feel like you just literally like get up and leave. Mountain number 21 and the fox. Yes, it's a bit of a disruption. It's a difficult time and you're dealing with somebody that you thought you could trust and now you know you can't. But that knowledge is power and it enables you to make the change in your life that you need to. Ooh. First of all, your spirit guides are immensely proud of you because other people would walk around, pretend they didn't see anything. They would, no, I didn't hear it. I didn't see it. Other people would take a long time to do what you did. That's what they were counting on. They were counting on you to have second opinions or like feeling guilty about walking away. But the fact that you are decisive about this it's like you're hitting the jackpot in terms of your life getting better because of the determination you have to take the right approach to these relationships. You're not going to get caught up with somebody who's going to treat you this way. Oh, thank you, James. I appreciate you. This is the Gypsy Oracle. Malady and thoughts in the reverse. Yeah, this person's in a bad spot because they did not actually get to know you, or they did not listen to what you said. They did not believe what you said. They underestimated your willingness to go off on your own or to really hold true to those standards that you have. And as a result, now they're starting to realize just what they've lost. We have fortune and falseness. They have given up somebody who's genuine and real so that they can hang out with people who are more like them. It sure sounds like karma to me. They lost a real one. And I got to say, I do feel like whoever they've been connecting with, the third party, I think that person's going to cheat on them or betray them somehow. We have surprise in the reverse. And thief. I'm not looking to stick around and try to make things work with somebody who may end up actually walking away anyways. So you can go hang out with that other person. And I think that they end up having the same betrayal from that new person. This is the truth is. What else do we have? Hi, Irish Fairy. How are you doing? Y'all are funny. Ooh, false beliefs about the relationship. I feel like I can act like a whole clown right here. And you won't leave. That was their thought. They felt like they could treat you how they wanted to, and you would not leave. They did not expect that you would end things so quickly. Filing papers. Toxic, unhealthy relationship patterns, round and round, cycle of high and low emotions with no resolve. I can see the writing on the wall. I know this is toxic. I know why you're acting the way that you act. I'm not like I used to be. I'm not a doormat. I'm not a people pleaser. I'm not going to stick around and let you treat me this way. Good for you. You deserve better. They were banking on your not making that decision. They really wanted you to let them just continue doing that. And you're like, no, man, I packed my bags. I am out of here. You're going to miss me. You're going to think back on this for years to come about how, what would have happened if I'd actually been a good person in that relationship? They know it too. They know they're going to regret this. So walk out with your head held high. This is the Overthinker's Oracle. Yep, exactly. Hello, Anan. How are you doing? Leaving toxic karmic lifestyle behind. This is your energy. I'm not going to stay in a relationship with somebody who is toxic, someone who is delusional about how I show up in a relationship. No, because like, you know what you deserve. They don't deserve you. They're very possessive. They have a desire to make it clear that you're theirs, but you're not interested in being theirs anymore. They feel for whatever reason that For many of you, this is about kids. If you have a child with this person or a couple of kids with this person, they have felt like that was how they could make sure you could never really leave them. But they've underestimated your resolve. It is encouraging you to forgive. We don't want to carry a burden of anger into a future chapter, right? And I do think they're trying to put a love spell on you. Some of you are going to spit your coffee out when I say that. I don't think this is somebody who's spiritual. I don't think this is somebody who's like into that. But I think this person is freaking out because they never thought that you would leave, and they're desperate and they're looking for different options because you're an earth angel. They can't imagine living without you, or they can't imagine finding somebody that's even half as cool as you. I feel stuck with the wrong person and situation. Now they're realizing the person that they were flirting with or that they were connecting with external to their relationship is not going to do right by them. There's no way. So they're finally realizing, I gave up something real for something that's really fake. I never meant to hurt you. I was so immature. My pride and ego got the best of me. I'm addicted to your energy, and I have so many regrets. I dream about making things right between us and you loving me again. This is the karmic lesson that they needed to have because they were over there quite pleased with themselves, feeling like they could not do right by you, but still be able to keep you. And now they're realizing that's not true. So let's see if we've got anything as far as what's going on for you in the next couple of months, because it looks to me like there's a new love that comes into your life. Somebody who's going to treat you much better than this person did. Yes, indeedy. Ace of Wands. New love. Two of Wands. This person could be at a distance from you. You did have the ship come out, so you might be moving, or you might go vacation or visit someone and meet someone new while you're out of town, or you're moving, and that's going to be a really good thing for you because that's how you meet this next love interest. This love interest is somebody who might be a little more reserved or to themselves, very intelligent, speaks the truth. I think when they talk, people listen. Inquisitive, curious. King of Wands in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles. This person may have had a little bit of an anger issue in the past, or they may have been a little bit non-committal themselves. But with the Queen of Pentacles, there's a new chapter in their life. So this is someone who would understand the situation that you just came from, but they are not the type to repeat it. There's something that happened to them, I would say, within the last 5 years, 3 years perhaps. And it's changed their perception on relationships or on themselves. They may have been more likely to have relationships with people they weren't serious about, but now they're more comfortable being on their own. Seven of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, they're much more selective now. They don't have a lot of people in their inner circle, but the people who are in their inner circle, it's like, you need anything, you let me know. But I do feel like this person lives at a little bit of a distance from you, or you travel in order to meet them. Divine timing is at work. Your decisiveness with this old relationship or this person who is not treating you right is 100% drawing in a high caliber soulmate for you, because the universe is like, well done. You did what you needed to do. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Go eat some food. I didn't eat last time. I love you guys. Thank you for the likes and the subscribes. Give me a couple more likes, will you? And I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.